This is ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins. Alan is off tonight. Some disturbing news from Miami, where the state says there's a good chance that 4 new cases of the Zika virus were caused by local mosquitoes. Before now, all cases in the U.S. have been contracted by people traveling abroad or through sexual transmission. Governor Rick Scott addressed the issue this morning.
While no mosquito traps have tested positive for the Zika virus, the Department of Health is aggressively testing people in the affected area to ensure there are no other cases of this virus. The federal government needs to do their part. This is not just a Florida issue. This is a U.S. issue. It's a national issue. We're just at the front of it.
Governor Scott has used his executive authority to allocate $26 million in state money for Zika preparedness, prevention, and response. President Obama is pledging over $5 million for mosquito control efforts in Florida alone and nearly $2 billion nationwide. In the wake of the new infections, the FDA is asking blood banks in Miami-Dade and Broward counties to stop all blood donations immediately. Suncoast Blood Bank is working on a new technique to help monitor donations for traces of the Zika virus.
One of the best weapons Suncoast Blood Bank offers in defense of Zika for platelets is pathogen reduction, and that is an approved process.
Right now, we're focusing on the training of our staff to add that additional consent for the Zika IND test.
Suncoast Blood Bank is asking for donations now in case the Zika virus makes it to the Suncoast. Sarasota's state attorney has fired an assistant state attorney after allegedly being involved in 2 car accidents minutes apart. This is video we found of Jesse Wiseman on YouTube. Ed Brodsky says Wiseman showed poor judgment when driving back from a night of drinking in Punta Gorda nearly 2 weeks ago. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, Wiseman rear-ended a car on I-75 near Clark Road and then later hit a cement sign in a median on Cattleman Road. Also under investigation, why FHP didn't give Wiseman a breath test at the time. Here's Brodsky.
Obviously, we're disappointed in the actions of Ms. Wiseman. She failed to uphold the very high standards of professional conduct that we expect of all of our prosecutors, and we made the only decision that we thought was appropriate, and that was to terminate her employment.
Brodsky is asking the governor's office to launch an independent investigation and to determine if criminal charges should be filed. There are also lingering questions about how local law enforcement handled the accidents. We're learning new details about the death of an infant in Northport. A new report from DCF admits the agency ignored a tip about little Chance Walsh moments before he was killed last fall. One of their counselors failed to follow up on a call to the DCF hotline warning that Chance's parents were abusing drugs. That counselor has since been reassigned. Chance's body was found buried in a ditch last October. His mother will serve 25 years in prison on a plea deal. His father is charged with first-degree murder. His trial is scheduled to begin later on this year. Well, on a lighter note, what began as a condo project will now be a new park in the city of Bradenton. Developer John Neal sold the land to the city for a fraction of the price in exchange for naming rights for the park. So the new John and Rebecca Neal Park is near Wares Creek, across from Ballard Park Elementary School. The project also includes 8 new homes on nearby lots, replacing what had been an area known for high crime.
The better part of it, too, is then we have a neighborhood that we can help upgrade and just create some really desirable downtown living space.
The park will include a dock for kayak and canoe launching, also a garden. It'll open in 6 months in Bradenton. Well, the smoke has cleared on Egmont Key. The state park is once again open after lightning sparked a wildfire that burned for days. The flames burned 80 to 100 acres after the fire broke out on Tuesday. Egmont Key is near the Sunshine Skyway and can only be reached by water. And we saw plenty of water dropping today, some dark skies and some scattered storms. Let's get the forecast now from Bob Harrigan live at the Van Wezel at the Friday Fest. Bob?
That's right, Ja Movement on playing right now and having a great time tonight with enough cloud cover to keep things cool, but you still need a little bit of a fan. I'm using our own Scott Dennis right now because I think we sold out. Scott Dennis is here along with Don Brennan. We have Alex Redmond and Linda Carson, the MC tonight, all here at the ABC 7 booth giving away some nice things here. The fans, a hot item, they've moved on, but I'll tell you, this is going to be one of the biggest crowds I've seen out here tonight. I think because people were itching to get out. On top of that, the sun is being shielded by the cloud cover from the earlier storms that were around, Ray. Here's a look at the Van Wezel webcam showing you basically some clouds around earlier, but those clouds have since moved on for the most part in terms of rain. The debris clouds are still sticking around, but the rain clouds themselves have moved on. The heavier storms did produce a weak funnel cloud right there at I-75 and State Road 70 around 2, but it never touched ground. Sometimes you can get those weak funnels as two storms kind of collide, and that's what happened this afternoon. Right now, the latest radar picture does show a few sprinkles still around, but not much. And it looks like we will see a pretty nice evening here. There's a chance for some redevelopment late tonight, but not much. And for boaters, seas will be running less than 2 feet, riding in through the weekend. And it looks as though we will see just a chance for a few scattered showers both on Saturday and Sunday as a result, again, of just that collision of the sea breeze and a little bit of a southeast wind. And it looks like high temperatures will again reach into the low 90s for boaters. Seas are running less than 2 feet. You see the 7-day there. A little less of a chance on Monday, but still, the weekend looks to be pretty good. Not a washout, just a few scattered storms now and again. The free concert here at the Van Wezel for Friday Fest happening here tonight. And we have Ja Movement playing right now. A lot of people out there moving around too, dancing to this great beat here. And I'll tell you, it used to be Democracy. Part of Democracy's up there playing, and they were a great band for many, many years. In fact, decades here along the Suncoast. Back to you, Ray. Good night here.
Yeah.
Good night as far as the weather goes, too, all throughout the evening. Back to you.
I'll see you in about at 7:45 after the show. Thank you, Bob. Talk to you then. Still to come, a major project starts Monday in Sarasota, and that means a major road through the heart of the city will be shut down for at least a year. That story and more is next.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
Well, it's an ongoing story in Sarasota. The lift station project right now, years overdue and millions over budget. Our Rick Adams has more on this project and other projects right now in the city of Sarasota.
It's a resource many of us take for granted, the water flowing below us. Now, the city of Sarasota is budgeting millions of dollars to improve wastewater treatment and replace aging pipes. And the biggest ticket item on the agenda, the long-delayed Lift Station 87. Sally Myers and her husband Richard live down the road from Lift Station 87, where intensive work is set to begin, and we're not talking about her paintings. Osprey Avenue will be shut down from Mound to Hillview so crews can begin the first phase of the three-part project. Myers says having the street closed is inconvenient, but she's more worried about the amount of money seemingly going down the drain.
It has to get done, but it shouldn't have cost so much money. I mean, they could be putting the money towards other things in our city that need to be done.
Sarasota Utilities Director Mitt Tidwell tells us the city maintains nearly 600 miles of pipeline. The new improvements will replace some of the oldest and most worn down portions, particularly along US 41 near Sarasota Memorial Hospital, but taxpayers will not be left paying the bill.
We're totally supported by the water and wastewater bill. We receive no general fund or taxes. People like to think their taxes go for this, but it's strictly for the water and sewer bill.
The Lift Station 87 project will use the majority of the money. City officials say this project is expected to cost an estimated $32 million. Another $10 million has already been spent in past attempts to upgrade the current lift station. As part of this Lift Station 87 project, the Osprey Ave Bridge here is expected to shut down for about a year. It's scheduled to close beginning on August 1st. Amanda Catano lives in a neighborhood near Lift Station 87 and the Osprey Avenue Bridge. Catano is not only upset with the cost of the lift station, but worries having Osprey close will have more traffic through her neighborhood.
It just seems like they spend money like drunken sailors and just take shots in the dark at how they're going to fix it.
Tidwell says the work is essential to bringing clean water to the people who live in and around Sarasota. He says once installed, the new pipes can last up to 75 years.
A lot of that pipeline is aging and we need to replace it, so there's just a lot of activity that we need to take care of that residents don't see every day.
Other projects include improvements to Sarasota's water and wastewater treatment facilities, where there are plans to upgrade filtering systems. While some of the work is already underway, other projects are slated to start before the end of this year or by the beginning of next summer. Reporting in Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Up next, our roundtable discussion on this issue. Stay with us.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah. When this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed.
Superhero. Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
And welcome back. For more on the controversial lift station project, here's Utilities Director Mitt Tidwell. And Mitt, thanks for being here first off.
Sure, Ray.
You know, for a lot of folks who didn't live here 10 years ago, they're not sure why this whole thing began and how it became so controversial. I was covering the news back here 10, 12 years ago, and I recall vividly there was 2 major sewage spills into the Hudson Bayou, and without much delay, talk began immediately for a new sewage station.
And Ray, that's exactly correct. We had some equipment failures at Lift Station 7, and Lift Station 7 has been there a number of years. It's nearing the end of its useful life, and it's time to replace that lift station.
And for those who aren't aware, the other lift station 7, and by the way, where do you get these numbers from?
That's a good question.
How is this new one, lift station 87? Isn't that kind of arbitrary?
Well, we've actually numbered the lift stations according to when they were constructed or reconstructed. So this is one of the older lift stations in town.
So we're up to 87 now?
Correct.
Okay, anyway. So lift station 7, which is currently handling, is it a third of the city's waste?
Yes, Ray, it serves a third of the city, mostly the southern part, including Siesta Key, Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and several storm shelters.
And that is off Alta Vista in the Pomelo area?
Actually, yes, it's on Pomelo, just south of north of Alta Vista.
And if you didn't know better, you wouldn't know what you're driving past. It's a fenced-in area, and you can't tell what's going on inside that wooden fence.
Well, we try and protect the lift stations so that they don't intrude on the neighborhood.
So you quickly chose a site called Lukewood Park, which, if you're not familiar, it's near Sarasota Ford, across from McDonald's New Publix. You've probably driven past it out there many times if you're watching from Sarasota. How did you arrive on that location?
Well, actually, at the very beginning of this project, there was an engineering study for a site selection. The preferred site was not city-owned property, and the city was not able to obtain that property. The second best site was Lukewood Park. The city already owned that property, so it became the site.
I know a lot of neighbors nearby there didn't fight it too vehemently because they were told it was going to be an underground facility, and it turned out the engineer who promised that was making promises he couldn't keep, and lawsuits followed.
And there are lawsuits ongoing over the original project, and that is proceeding on its own course. The parts of the lift station that were built, we had some serious issues with, and we decided that it was better to bring that lift station above ground.
In the meantime, there was quite a bit of an elaborate underground city built under Lukewood Park. I've talked to somebody who's been in there, and it's quite a little Star Trek adventure down there. That whole thing will now be dismantled beneath the ground?
Yes, we will salvage the equipment that has been installed that we can reuse, and then we will demolish the rest. And a lot of that is to bring it up above Category 3 surge to protect the lift station equipment.
So Monday enters a new era. That's when you're going to close a major thoroughfare through Sarasota, Osprey Avenue. You're going to close between Mound and Bay Vista. What exactly will you be doing on Monday work-wise?
Monday on work-wise, we'll just begin the real construction. The contractor's been on site for a couple of months getting prepared, but the first phase of the micro tunneling, which installs a gravity sanitary sewer in Osprey from Lincoln to Mound, and then it turns and goes to the lift station site. And that will be what will be starting Monday, and that will take about a year.
It's an amazing project. You're going to tunnel beneath the Hudson Bayou. How deep is it?
Yeah, we'll be about 35 feet deep.
And you're going to tunnel beneath that?
Yes.
Don't just go 36 feet. Go more than that.
We will.
I'm kidding. And your micro tunnel, and that tunnel will exist from here forward. You won't just use it to transfer the waste from 7 to 87. That's going to remain in business forever.
Yes, it will. And actually, it's going to be a steel pipe with a plastic pipe inside the steel pipe. So we're going to have a double pipe system. Now, the steel pipe is an encasement to protect the plastic pipe long term.
All right, so that's going to start at the bridge. When will actual work start at the site in Lukewood Park?
That would be the second phase of the project, and we will probably begin construction in the summer of 2017.
And your completion date is still set for 2020?
Yes, after we build the lift station, that's about a 2-year process. Then we'll build the gravity wastewater pipes down Osprey, Alta Vista, and Pomelo to connect to the existing lift station.
We're showing some video right now of the former pipes that were going to be used and then not used, if I'm correct.
Correct.
You're seeing some of the underground, well, there's the artist rendering of how it's going to look. Some call it quite a Taj Mahal. We've come a long way from an underground facility to that beautiful mansion. How many square feet are we talking right there?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not versed on the actual square footage of that building, but it will be housing the lift station and the equipment that supports the lift station and a backup generator should we lose power from FP&L.
Should we hear any kind of noise on a regular basis as we drive past there?
No, it's going to be totally enclosed, and it will be insulated, sound attenuated, and we're going to do our best to reduce noise and vehicles. You're not even going to see many vehicles at that site when we're actually there.
So no noise. And also at the current station, at Lift Station 7, neighbors there say there's a stench at certain times of the week, the year. Will there ever be a stench around this new one?
No, inside the building is an odor control system so that all of the air inside the building will be processed through the odor control system before it's vented.
Will you have any workers working full-time at the site? Any one person full-time there?
No, there will not be anybody there full-time. We will have crews that will visit that site every day to make sure that everything is working. It is also monitored remotely from the wastewater plant on 12th Street.
Where will you enter to get to the site? From Osprey or from Mound?
Actually from Mound. We'll have a single driveway off of Mound just west of 301, and we'll turn into the building site.
The current site, Lift Station 7, Alta Vista area, when the new one is done, you're going to dismantle that one?
Yes, we're going to completely remove that lift station, and we will have several meetings with the neighborhood and the public in general as to how to reestablish that site in more of a park-like setting, so you won't know we were ever there.
And neighbors there can't wait. I know that for a fact. I've done a dozen stories on this. Originally, this was supposed to cost about $9 million, and now the cost is closer to $42 million when you add everything up, $42 million. But in your defense, this is not tax dollars directly, but rather fees. How do you explain this?
Well, yes, on the water and sewer bill, the utility is funded entirely on the water and sewer bill for the services you receive for water and wastewater. That comes back to the utility, and that funds our operation and maintenance and our capital projects, such as Lift Station 87.
I know we've got a map to show you right now in case some viewers aren't exactly where we're talking about. Again, 41 and 301, that origin right there. You see where Lift Station 87 is there in Lukewood Park. If you look to the left of the 87, you'll see Osprey Avenue. You'll see the little barricade there. That's where Osprey Bridge is. That is closing. So from Mound down to Bay of Vista, you can't get through there for 12 to 18 months, Mitt?
Well, actually, the actual closure is from Bay Street to Lincoln. That's where the bridge over Hudson Bayou is what will actually be closed.
But you can't get through, though.
You can't get through. But you can come down Bahia Vista if you're in that neighborhood and need to get back to 41. Then you could use Bahia Vista, yes.
And in our last 15 seconds, you're urging all motorists who want to come south on Osprey to continue and go on 41 and wrap around that way to Hillview. Is that the idea?
Yes, that's the detour that we have established, and we looked at several roads on how to get back to Osprey Avenue, and Hillview was selected as the best option.
Well, thank you, Mitt, for spending your time with us on this Friday evening. Monday's your next chapter, and good luck, and we'll certainly be talking to you on a regular basis.
I'm sure we will. Thanks, Ray.
We'll have some viewer mail after this. Stay with us.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Don Brennan. Cycling is already a great way to stay fit and stay healthy, but new research shows it's proven to be beneficial in other ways as well. Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you how it's helping lower the risk for type 2 diabetes. Wendy?
And rain showers back in the forecast are helping to cool things off a little bit.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
On Animal Outtakes, every week, it's a new animal adventure. From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say. Watch Animal Outtakes this weekend on ABC7.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits in the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Earlier, we had the update about the death of 9-week-old Chance Walsh of Northport. The DCF now admits it received a tip on their hotline last fall but did not act. The counselor who received the call has since been reassigned. The mother struck a plea deal. The father is awaiting his murder trial. Here's what you had to say about all this. Valerie Lowe writes, how can they even allow that person to still be working there? They moved said person to a new position. Why not fire said person? This person made a huge error that led to the death of an innocent baby. Shannon Conley wrote, they should review the countless times the police were called by neighbors while she was pregnant, doing drugs and being belligerent, threatening other people when they did nothing. And Jennifer Russell wrote, how many kids have to die under DCF supervision before someone realizes they are the problem? Make them accountable. If you want to comment, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/news at 7. Thanks for watching. I'm Ray Collins. Alan's back on Monday. We'll see you tonight at 11.